on both. But some of the members of the AI Writing for Authors group on Facebook and the FFA said that there's a big lag on YouTube. So we're making sure that we are posting in both places. And sorry if I just started in the middle. Hi, everyone. Elizabeth Ann West here. We are live again. We didn't get as much done earlier in 2 hours. It's my fault. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. We changed the genre completely, you know. So hello, Kimberly. Hi, Ashling. Hey, Theodore. Hey, Harper. Hello. Sorry, this time of year is just the worst. I say that about all the time of years, though, I think. I just don't have great, fantastic allergy defenses here. Hi, Angie. Okay, so for those of you on Facebook who are going like, what the what? Let me tell you what we're doing, okay? We're prepping all of the prompts for Rexy. And on November 1st at 7 a.m. on Eastern, I will be starting a marathon. And we're just going to write 50,000 decent words with AI in a day. So that's what we're aiming to do. And so I'm doing it live to show all the prep work. Now, you'll see me do a lot of prep work in Rexy and things like that, but most of the prompts that I'm using here, you can absolutely run them manually one by one in Playground or in Claude Chat. The reason we all love Rexy for the most part is that it directly integrates with Notion. And, you know, you have your prompts already saved in there. It's a lot easier to work with it. I dreamed of wanting to have Rexy because I was so tired of copying and pasting and manually moving the prompts all around. We do have some FFA members in the chat. So if they want to share how easy is it to work with Rexy? I know he's got like a learning curve, but like once you get the hang of him, how easy is it to just like run prompts and make him write for you or do whatever task that you want? Let us know in the chat or you can leave a comment. All right. So we do have people watching. Let's hop into and review what we already did. And I will check the chat here. Yeah, so much easier. Yeah, we all love Rexy. Okay, so Preptober in a day. We're doing steampunk because the votes were techno, thriller, sci-fi, fantasy, romance, cozy, like everybody threw the kitchen sink. And I always like to try to make as many people happy as I can. So steampunk. If you watch a previous live with me, I think 2 weeks ago, I actually had my steampunk glasses on. So it's fun. So we're doing elements of fantasy and science fiction, historical, space opera. Oh, there was time travel too. I forgot to mention that part. Believe it or not, the AI works that in. So we have, this was actually an image that Dolly 3 created. So that's in the first video if you watch that one. But this is like a whole new world that's available to us now. Where we can get images of things from our story worlds just to inspire us. Looking at this photo, it helps me to understand kind of the spatial relationship between elements in that scene. So if I'm writing someone, now I can imagine those trolley tracks there, and I can imagine those canes getting stuck in between, or there being, you know, residue or you know, cigar butts or different things stuck into that trolley track. So that's kind of an idea that, well, I could think of it in my head. Sometimes some of us, there's many people out there who really struggle with actually visualizing things in their minds and being able to just conjure up artwork, even if it's just rough artwork. Because I mean, let's face it, this dude's face is kind of freaky looking. Even if it's just rough artwork, rough sketches and stuff, it can really help you with developing your story. So steps I will be doing. So we've already made the characters. We have Lysandra. She is a artisan clock worker. Who has been working on the clocks, and she gets this like little amulet thing. Then she falls in love with Orion, who they meet at the masquerade ball, and it eventually comes out that Orion is actually one of the timeless, and he is from the ethereal world. So when they kind of like combine the two worlds with her magic, because she's half fae, he gets to go home, and it kind of worked out this whole storyline where he's going to sacrifice his life in order to heal the time rift that they're going to create. I don't know about that, but I think we're just going to go with it. So we've already done the story world, so we can check that off. We've already done the detailed outline. Now, to get access to these things, the link is right here. So if you click on this button right here, you'll be able to see the different items that I've been running. We haven't played yet with book characters or blackjack, but we do have the auto write. The Notion 21 page has all of our finalized things. If you're wondering, like, Elizabeth, what are those funky numbers in the front? You've never done that before? You're right. This is to make it easier for me to quickly calculate what the context window that I can work with is. I've been working with elements like this for the last couple of weeks live every Friday on YouTube. One of the problems I've always had is like, how many words does my mega prompt have? Does anyone else run into that problem as well? Like when you're mega prompting and you're not really sure how many words it is. So I've started this methodology of just putting the word count in the front. And what that does for me is when I'm in Rexy, which I'm literally like stopping where I left off, we are in here. And if I go to my Notion slots, I can immediately calculate from the Notion slots how many words are going to be roughly in my mega prompt. And that makes it easier for me to choose a model that I want to use for. Okay. Let's go with where we are right now is we need to verify that we like the act scene list. So I'm going to come back over here and we're going to go to, this is the act outline. So we have act 1, the setup, 10 scenes. Receives an invitation. Now we actually have information there. Now, why wouldn't I just go ahead and replace the scene list with the act list over here? And the reason for that is I do actually want to have an outline of the whole story that's only 500 words. There's many applications where a short summary of the entire story can help the LLM kind of keep context and like know who the bad guy is and everything like that. We don't know very much about the Shadow Guild. And that's okay. We're just trying to write, a story here. If I had on edits, you would basically need to do a better Shadow Guild. And I probably should do something about the Shadow Guild. So let's do that before we move on to Act 2 and validate that. Because what I really want here is, I think from the list of characters here, additional characters, I think Lady Celestia should be a member of the Shadow Guild. I think that she is a secret leader of the Shadow Guild, aka Shadow Master. All right, elusive leader, cloak made from night sky, except her obsession with controlling time. And this one is going to be Shadow Master is a figure of mystery and fear. Identity remains secret to the end, but it's Lady Celestia. Right? Fae Sorceress. Okay, I really need information and names for them. So I'm actually going to ask the AI right here. You can always do a space. Notion's AI is only $10 a month and is really great for like just quick, simple edits to your prompts and things like for brainstorming. Brainstorm names and descriptions of the Fae Coven. Let's see. Aria, Luna, Nova. All right. I like Nova. Like Serenity. I don't know. I think Aria, Luna, and Nova work. So we'll cut these 5. Boop. So they're going to run into them in the ethereal world. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. Delete all of this. Okay, so we have that. The Fae Sorceresses are listed there. TikTok, Vega. I also don't think I need the numbers here. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm so sorry. This is the worst. I do this from time to time. I apologize profusely. Should we be seeing your screen? Yes, you should be seeing my screen. Oh my goodness. Okay. So back to what I was covering here. You can reach everything. There are links in the description that will take you to Preptober, basically. And if you come over to Preptober, the link will bring you here for the Preptober. Let me go to the Preptober, actually. It is going to be all of the writing-a-thons and Preptober in a day. Okay. So in Preptober in a day, there's a link here. This was the image I was talking about that we had Why is it not loading now? Okay. I apologize. That whole first part is like all wasted. I need a producer when I do these from now on. I'm going to have to get a partner. Sorry for the wasted time there. My point was that we ran this image in Dolly when I was talking earlier, so I could actually see part of the world of the story world. And I talked about how people can't always see the worlds that they're trying to imagine. I can't remember the name of the condition off the top of my head, but I've met multiple people who suffer from that. They're just not able to visualize it. But if they're able to get sketches on demand from large language models, it can help you, like I said, with the spatial relationships to understand people walking and everything like that. So so the bubble gum got stuck or on the cane or something like that. So it just helps you to think about kind of the physical space that these characters and the dirigibles and the clocks and stuff might match. Just looking at this picture, I immediately hear it. I don't know if anybody else does, but it actually gives me a little bit of anxiety. I can hear the clocks constantly ticking and everything like that, and the sounds. Like, this would be a very loud world. On top of that, I can smell it too. It would have that musty steam oil smell all around. It wouldn't feel like fresh and clean or anything like that. So what I was starting to work on was our additional characters, and we had this here. I'm actually just going to take out the numbering. The numbers in here, you really don't want numbers in your results unless you I don't need to comment on that. No. Unless you have a reason to have numbers, like scene whatever. And then even then, I have a tendency to spell them out. So these are all just characters that we had before. And I'm kind of working backwards and forwards in order to build out this entire story world and the characters. But I want some names of the characters, because I want us to beef up some of these things. And this is just the layering techniques. When you have information and then you ask the AI, read this information, now read this outline, now rewrite the outline to add more information in here. So what I'm going to actually do is just for 761. So let's go back over to Rexy, and I'm going to refresh my slot page. So now my additional characters are brought in again. And I'm going to go ahead and run a quick prompt. I know we were working word banger earlier, but we're going to clear all this out, and we're going to do some beefing up things. So what I want it to do is I want it to read, and I've got to go to my elements over here, my end slots, and I'm going to find my list of additional characters, N4. And I'm going to say, similar, please expand and add more detail and specific names for each group of additional characters. Similar to the way the Fae sorceresses, I think that's how they are called. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. We're in N4 over here. So you just got to put your character in N4 and bring down the Fae sorceresses. So I want it similar to how the Fae sorceresses were expanded. Have names and expanded details. All right, so please expand and add more details and specific names for each group of additional characters, similar to the way the Fae sorceresses have names and expanded details. If an additional character is a single name, such as Cedric, only add details, not additional names. All right, let's see how that does. And now I'm going to pick my AI model that I want to use, 16K. I think this is a job for GPT-4. GPT-4 is really, really good at going more in depth. So I'm going to do our trick of 1.8 for the temperature and a top P of 0.6. that helps it to be even more creative and go beyond. Oh, which reminds me, in designing the characterization of additional characters, please try to be unique and avoid cliche. Take the second idea over the first idea. Let's see how that does. It worked really well earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and click Let's Bang. So it's going to read my N4, which was the list of additional characters, and I want it to just expand and add more details. And I can come down here and see it right here. Ooh, Uncle Cedric's known as the Tick Master. Elaborate parties under the stars. Let's see if it picks up that known as Horace to his close friends, Master Tinker has a pet magical mechanical owl named Cogsworth. As Lady of Celestia, she maintains a secret chamber filled with hourglasses representing every citizen of Gearsborough, each one manipulated to control their owner's time. Now the Fae Sorceresses. We have their information. We have Tick-Tock, Vega, the Falcon for Orion. We have the Clockwork Automatons. The most feared operant is Eben, known for his swift movements and ability to blend into the shadows. So this is great. Timeless Fae. One notable Timeless Fae is Kronos, an ancient entity who holds the knowledge of all past, present, and future events. Ethereal Guardians. Among them is the Phoenix Guardian, Solara, whose fiery plumage lights up the ethereal realm. Perfect. Clockwork Animals. Gearstride, a horse. The crew includes Wriggle, the quiet but brilliant navigator, and Pulsar, the cheerful engineer with a knack for fixing anything. The Aristocrats. Prominent among them is Lord Orionis, a flamboyant man obsessed with celestial fashion and throwing extravagant parties. So now we're getting better here with more information. And I like it. Clockwork toy vendor Timeo and the adventurous group of children led by the mischievous Talk. Guild's victims includes the let's see here. The Baker family, who lost their patriarch due to the guild's time manipulations, leaving them struggling to keep their bakery running. Notable figures include Queen Andromeda, a wise and just ruler from an ancient era, and Galileo, a renowned astronomer or inventor. Let's not have like exact names like Galileo, so I'm going to change that. So the where I change this is actually in my Notion pages. So this is already in the auto write. So this is the new additional characters. So that's what I'm going to call it. Additional characters 2.0. I'll get the word count at the end. And what I'm also going to do is over here, I'm going to open up the old additional characters. And here is a trick that I love, love, love about Notion. So I'm going to copy the original additional characters. And here's what I'm going to do. I am going to grab this little menu. Actually, let's do this. One thing I love about Notion is that you can, no, I don't want to start that. I want to view it as a full width page. And you're like, wow, that's really spread out. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in here columns. And I want 2 columns, okay? So now that I have 2 columns, I can paste in the original. And there's the original characters. And now I'm going to grab the new list. I'm just canceling it out. Coming over into my other column and saying new characters. What this provides is the ability, sometimes it's helpful to do this too, change the color a little bit. I love doing this methodology. I don't know if anyone else does it, where I can compare what I originally had from the output with what the new output is. And basically I'm going to do a manual kit bash. Many of you have seen me for months, like I'll run an AI to do this, but in this particular case, I really want my thumb on the pulse. I want to decide what elements I like that the AI came up with and what I want to expand and what I don't like and all that jazz. So let's look at Uncle Cedric. I like that they have this information, but I don't want to lose this information here about, he's known for his warm laughter, So I really want this information here about him being the supportive uncle and all of that. So we're going to put that here. Old soul who believes in the power of time. He's supportive uncle and mentor, a seasoned clockmaker. He's a stout man with a bushy white beard and a monocle that he uses to examine intricate gears. He's always punctual, has a habit. I want a monocle. Change lenses of different colors that he uses to examine intricate gears. I want like a mechanical monocle. So he has like a mechanical monocle. And what's cool is that if you were to grab this information right here, and we were to go over to ChatGPT, GPT-4, I'm going to be in DALL-E 3. I'm just going to put in the information, and let's see if it'll make a picture. Would you like a visual representation? I want a visual representation. Hopefully they'll understand that it's a steampunk. I didn't tell them it's steampunk. We'll see if it picks it up. I probably should have told them that it's steampunk, but we'll come back to that in just a second. So we have additional characters open twice, so let's close it. All right, so we have that one. She's the influential matriarch of Celestial Manor. She's an elegant woman who dresses. She harbors a deep fascination. She often holds elaborate parties under the stars. Yeah, I'm going to put this information here. She is a patron of the arts and sciences and all of that. So Captain Haley has a soft spot for stray animals and has a habit of taking them aboard the airship. She also carries a lucky compass that she never sails without. Okay, I like that information. And let's bring this information into, because I want her to still also have like that scar. Master Tinker. Lysandra looks up to him and often consults him. I don't know that we need the Master Tinker too, but sure. Maybe he's going to come in and help after the uncle. It feels a little bit like they're the same character in terms of the role that they play. But we'll go ahead and bring him in for right here. Shadow Master, the menacing and elusive leader of the Shadow Guild. The Shadow Master is a figure of mystery and fear, shrouded in a cloak made of the night sky. Yeah, we'll put this right here. And then as Lady Celestia, she has that. The Fae Sorceresses, a coven. I think we still need that information of what they are so that we know. And then TikTok, tiny clockwork mouse pet, has a secret compartment within its belly. Oh, I like that she code miniature tools. And I like has a knack for finding lost items. Is right here. Oops. Copy that one. Tiny clockwork mouse. TikTok is an intricate manacle thing. We have Master Tinker. Okay. Vega, reliable companion. Has eyes that glow brighter, serving as a warning to his master. And I really like this information too about Vega. So I'm just going to, I didn't realize that I would just basically keep everything, but that's what happens sometimes. Clockwork automatons. Mechanical assistants. Cedric's favorite automaton is a tall, lanky figure named Pendulum who helps with heavy lifting. All right. I like that. That is such a cute thing. These automatons are human-sized with clockwork interiors. Mechanical assistants. Let's put that there. So it's starting to build it. Masked operatives. The most feared is Eben. Timeless Fae, powerful celestial creatures. So I want to have their definition in there. And then we have the expansion. Ethereal guardians, ancient protectors, colossal forms. There we go. The clockwork animals throughout Gearsboro. They come in all shapes and sizes, as we have seen already. All right. Airship crew. We already have the Sky Sailors. We'll put that it's his loyal team. They are a diverse group of Sky Sailors. I like that information. All right, the aristocrats, upper class citizens, prominent. This is where I need the AI. I want the AI. Brainstorm. More aristocrats and descriptions for the story. Lady Seraphina, Lord Percival, Duchess Arabella, Count Lucius, Lady Genevieve. Okay, hold up. That's a lot. That's fine. Done. Let's prune now. Prominent among them is, how about we'll do Lord Percival, because I think the Orionis sounds too much like Orion. So Percival, a flamboyant man obsessed with celestial fashion and throwing extravagant parties. Regal, sophisticated, fashion sense. She's admired. Excuse me. Her singing voice, I like it. She can be at the ball. Percival, we already did that. So we'll take him out. Socialite with a passion for hosting lavish garden parties in her sprawling estate. Her garden is rumored to be a sanctuary for rare and exotic plants. Okay, I love this idea of the rare and exotic plants. I mean, that could be fodder for book 2 and all kinds of crazy stuff. Lucius, he attends high-stakes horse races, high-stakes mechanical horse races. How about that? And fencing tournaments. His skill with a rapier is unmatched. Genevieve. I don't know that we need the women's rights right now. That's a little bit too much stuff for the story world right now. Talented storyteller. Sure. Defies. Equestrian, I don't think we need. And Marquis Maximilian, we should keep. I think we like those people. That will give a lot of opportunity for us to expand that out. The artisans. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll brainstorm more for that particular scene maybe. And then the citizens are good. The guild's victims, historical figures. Let's try. Let's do this. Ask the AI. Brainstorm historical figures. Fictional historical figures for this story world. All right, and let me go to our chat, see if everybody's good in the chat. I'm still not sharing my screen? Okay. You added a new prompt to your personal library, Angie? That's fantastic. Oh, good, Kimberly. Oh, does everyone like this idea of notion of like putting things side by side? How easy it is to just like, yep, I need to do that right now, and I need to compare these things. It's got some names here, which are kind of cool. I like this. Love that. But give them names. Okay, there we go. Now we have names. I like it. Done. Okay, so we're good there, and it's got mythical beings and Atlas, a towering giant. We're good. This place is a mess, but that's okay. It's like everything you've ever wanted in a fantasy story. It's fine. It's totally fine. We're just going to have the whole kitchen sink. Oops. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away this column. Or rather, I'm going to just copy this. There's a little bit I want to clean it up a little bit. Oh, for crying out loud. So I've copied all of that. We're going to put it up at the top. Maybe. Okay. I don't know why it won't copy. Turn into its own page. There. Now it's its own page. Nope. That made everything a page. Copy. We'll go here and we'll go a new page. And I'll just do this. Additional characters. 2.1. There we go. All right. So we'll take this out and we will put our additional characters. And I know it's going to take time, but this will work a lot better. Some of these things are fine. Like Uncle Cedric, it's clear that he ends there. But some of these other ones, I want to put actual like Fae. So these are the Fae characters. And we know that goes right here. The end that. I also want to go with pets. Because that's where we have TikTok. And Vega. Shadow Guild, all good. Timeless Fae is Kronos. I want to kind of organize this maybe a little bit better. We'll start with this. Aristocrats of... I've forgotten the name of the place. Aerolith? Is that right? It keeps saying Gearsboro, but that's not it. It should be... It thinks the setting is Gearsboro. It completely lost Aerolith. All right. It's fine. We'll work with it. Maybe I have it in the hook and pitch. I think I have it in the hook and pitch. There it is. Aerolith. Okay. So story information, vague. We didn't keep that. So we're going to come over to the Notion 21 setting. Kingdom of Aerolith. And then this right here, I can highlight this and ask the AI to write a short description. There we go. Oh, nope, cancel that. I like this one line here. Discard. The Kingdom of Aerolith is a captivating world filled with steampunk technology, magic, and a touch. I'm going to put time magic, or I'll just put magic. Time magic and a touch of mysticism. Luminous city. There are countless clocks, mechanical, diverse airships. Okay, so that works. So now it knows that it's Aerolith. Very cool. And come back to our additional characters, because it just kept saying... So I want the aristocrats of Aerolith. And then I will close this container. I'm just trying to clean up these extra pieces here so that there's context for them. This I'm going to put citizens of Gearsboro. Did we put a U in there? There is a U. Okay. Gearsboro. Gearsboro is not very exciting. And we'll close that there. And then this is all characters of ethereal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the Fae, because they don't think they run into the Fae until they're in ethereal. So let's put that down here. So, yep. Although pets goes back with the pets right here. Boop. And then the timeless Fae, they're from ethereal as well. So I'm going to move them down right here. So all of these are inside of the inside of ethereal. So now I have characters of ethereal, and so it can understand that. That includes the Fae. It's just nested. This is all Gearsborough. This is aristocrats of Aerolith, citizens of Gearsborough, and then these are just other additional characters. So it'll start to have kind of a concept here. There was one where the airship crew. I want to move the airship crew up underneath Captain Haley, just so it knows that those kind of go together. Okay, so now that I have these additional characters all named out and everything like that, I really want the AI to beef up our Act 1 using details from the additional characters. So in order to do that, because we do have that Act 1 Scene 1 list right here. And it looks like, yeah, because they're going to go onto the Vega, there's going to be a ball, the Masquerade Ball. So I'm going to suggest it bring in more names of characters from here for the Act 1 Scene 1 list in more details. So let's go ahead and come over to Rexy. I'll check my chat real fast so people see what people are thinking. Okay, just starting. Used to do this in Scrivener. This is easier. Good to know. And the brainstorming. Good. Okay, good. We'll keep going. We'll keep pressing on then. In Rexy, when I make changes to my Notion slots, I always need to update them. And speaking of that, I actually was a naughty person here. Additional characters, 2.1. It's 1485. So we definitely added some characters there. And that also means that my original additional characters can be retired. So I just moved that to auto write. So I'm keeping my Notion 121 pretty tight. We have our characters and our additional characters. So I'm going to bring them underneath the characters of Lysandra, Orion, and all of that. So my Scene 1 list specifically, which is a 499. So I'm going to come over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to Wordbanger. We'll clear all. And it's going to be read the details of the following story information. And I'm going to put in here whatever Notion slots that I want. So in the elements here, my N slots, I'm going to want Story World, N1, N2, N3, and N4. All right, so that's going to be at the top. Please rewrite the Act 1 scene list with more details from the story world and various characters. Please include a comprehensive list of characters and settings in each scene and plot element information for each scene. Okay, now I need to please rewrite that. Please rewrite the Act 1 scene list below. And I'm going to put it in brackets. And that's going to be below. And to put it below, I can either put it in this box or I can put it in the Big Bang box. I'm going to go ahead and put it in this box here because the Big Bang box is empty right now. And my Act 1 scene is N6. So I'm going to go ahead and bang GPT-4. Actually, I think I'm going to have Claude do this. I think Claude is a good model for this this task because it'll actually come up with good stuff. So I'm going to go to Bedrock and I will go to Claude 2. Oh, default has to be 1.8. Oopsies, my bad. All right, go back to OpenAI. That's a bug. Joseph's aware of it. So what happened was my settings were outside of the range for Claude, so I just have to set them again, and he's going to work on that that bug. So we'll go back to Bedrock. What is it saying now? Will never be sent to your Streamlit app. Can you load Claude 2? Interesting. Open router. I changed this. Update. So it's all at the, we'll put 0 for presence penalty. So it's all set good. Set well. And now I'll try Bedrock again. Now it's doing just fine. Okay. All right. Temperature's good and all of that. We're going to do Claude 2. We're going to read all this information and then we're going to rewrite and expand. How about that? Expand the Act 1 Scene 1 list. Okay, cool. Let's bang and let's see what Anthropic will do. Almost an hour in, we're just running our first prompt. Gainsborough Marketplace. So now it's bringing in citizens and artisans. They're shopping for parts. They banter lightheartedly. Mysterious artifact catches her eye. Tick-tock, ancient tower with massive clocks. Sneaks into the restricted chronosphere to examine the artifact further, evading guards with help from Tick-tock. It's a piece of the legendary chrono amulet. What on earth is it doing? These are not the, hold on. Is that what we did? Workshop, then the market. Why are you, okay, Claude's fired. Claude is not listening at all. And this happens. I'm going to just press stop. I don't want this. This is a mess. And yeah, we're going to not use Claude. Claude is great at writing. Claude is rubbish at actually like following instructions. So we'll use OpenAI and we'll go ahead and use GPT-4 for this job. And I'll update and I will let's bang. Oh, interesting. It didn't replace my N1. Nope. Stop. I don't think it's pulling in N6 over here. Did I get the elements wrong? N slots. N6 is right there. Oh, wait a minute. Additional characters I want is N7. Hold on. Notion slots. Refresh the Notion slots. My prompt is all mixed up. There we go. And N6. Come back to WordBanger. And what I'll do is I'll put N6 in here. If I can get it. That was my problem with the prompting. So now it has the story world, but it's got to update this information. So I need to, oh, this is terrible. I've got to rewrite that prompt. I should have saved it. I really, really, really need WordBanger to auto-write the instas to a file. Okay, but what I can do is I can go to my inspection over here, which it has like read all this information. Wow, it only had the additional characters information. Okay. Something is not right with my prompting. Let me figure this out. Read N elements, Notion slots. read N1, N2, N3. We don't need a pipe. Delete that. And I don't want the full act outline. I want just N7. Why do I have 4? Okay, I'm losing my marbles here. Additional characters is N7 over here again. I don't have 7 N's. Maybe we clear our cache. Okay, I'm hoping that's going to fix it. Elements, N slots. I should not have 7. I should only have 6. I still have 7. Why do I have 7 Notion slots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Verify and refresh the page. And then my elements over here, my N slots. Oh, it's not going to delete all of that. Okay, I get it now. It doesn't delete it unless you replace it with something. So it has the scene 1 list as N6, and additional characters 2.1 is what it's saying is N4. So okay, that's why my brain was going crazy. There was originally 7. It populated N7. When we took away the N slot, it's not going to automatically empty your N slot if you reload them. It's going to leave that information in there. So that's good to know. That means like if you shorten down to fewer N slots, your other N information is still going to be in there. I don't think that's behaving the way we want it to. Let me know in Discord or in the chat if you guys think that if you reload your N slots, it should delete N slots that have information in them. And I don't even know if that's possible, but it's just something to be aware of. So coming over to the elements and my N slots, I have the story world, the 2 main characters informations, and then the last thing should be N4, which is additional characters. Okay. Please expand and add more details and specific names. Nope, that is not the prompt that we wanted to run. Okay, so it's just a hot mess. So it's going to read all the character information. So read the following story information. Please rewrite. No. Please expand each scene below with specific details and names of characters and settings for each scene in the Act 1. Did I spell it out? Let's see what I did. I think I did. Nope, I did not. Okay. Act 1 scene list. Boop. And now I've got to load the Act 1 scene list, which is right here, N6 in my Big Bang box. Now let's give it a bang. Let me copy this prompt real fast. Let's bang. I'm looking for it to keep the exact same scenes. Context is too large. Okay, so that's probably on me. Let me go here. Let's bring down the maximum length to like 2,000. We're probably hitting close to the 8,000. All right, so it just preloaded the information that we had in there. And let's go ahead and bang. There we go. So the workshop. Yep, now we have more information here. Wise Mentor Cedric stumbles across the inoperative chrono amulet. Hidden within an antique clock. Tickmaster. Scene 2, the airship market. Okay. They're going to receive it. Various vendors such as Sirius Forgeheart and Alara Shimmergem and many unnamed citizens. So look at that. It brought in the additional character information so that it's going to make those scenes richer when it does make that report to write that scene. Clockwork materials. She's going inside the drawbridge. Sea of swirling, golden chandeliers. Orion Galaxis, a celestial navigator lost in time. Their conversation is an elegant dance of intrigue and unspoken attraction that abruptly ends with Lady Celestial's arrival. The echoing silence of the night makes Lysandra's vandalized workshop more desolate. That makes sense. They were invited to the ball so that they could vandalize the workshop. Duh, Elizabeth. Oh my God, I just got that. Oh my goodness. It's smarter than me. I think I'm just tired of all the stories. We've done so many. Okay, Shadow Guild's lair. As tracing the thieves to the lair, she overhears a chilling plot to exploit her inventions. All right, the airship. Bright glare of truths and fears under the soul lamp. Study of the amulet. Unravels Orion's secret. A mind link. The vision. Ethereal realm adorned with manifestations of airless past and shimmering panoramas. Their first shared vision thrusts them into ethereal. Okay. That works for me. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. So we're just going to grab this information. Boop. And the original Act 1, Scene 1 list, I'm just going to replace it because I was validating it as it went. So we originally only had like 490 words, and now we have a lot. Now we have, go to the thing here. We have 1319. Okay. Maybe get challenging, but that's okay. All right. And now I want it to read the act outline. I want it to read everything and keep going. So let's do a quick calculation, shall we? We have 623 for the story world, 365 for Lysandra, 426 for Orion. I feel like I could get rid of some of that character information. We have 4,757 words, so we're going to have to use GPT 3.5 for this next bits here, because I need an Act 1. I need an Act 2 outline. So what I'm going to do is come back over into here and clear all again. Whoop. Let's go ahead and update our Notion slot because I did paste in the new one, so I'm going to refresh. It should overwrite the Act 1 scene list. And now I'm going to come back over to WordBanger and we're going to work on these prompts. So it's going to be, you are a master storyteller. You take story information and analyze it to write scene lists of acts in a steampunk novel. When you write scene lists, it's paramount to keep the plot intact and the characterization consistent. Please read the following story information. And this is going to be all of our N1, N2, N3, N4. Let me go back to the elements so I can make sure. N4. And slots. There we go. N4 is the additional characters. All right. So please read the following story information. N5. N6. So it's going to read all that information. Now, write Act 2 scene list, keeping the same format, and starting with scene 11. Stop when you reach scene. Let's see, the setup is 10 scenes and they wrote 11. They wrote 10. And then Act 2 should be 12 scenes. So scene 23. So that way I'm doing the math for it so it knows what scenes it should be writing because it doesn't number very well. All right, so let's go ahead and copy this prompt in case I want to use it later, make changes to it. And now I will also go ahead and change my AI. 4 is not going to have enough context window. So I'm actually, I almost wanted to use 32K, but let's go with OpenAI. Let's do 16K. It's fine. So we're good, and we'll update. And we'll go ahead and let's bang. So in this particular case for this model, it has, so see, it went to Act 2, the confrontation. So it got that right that it's 12 scenes. So it's the hideout. A hidden figure refuge nestled within the labyrinth of Gearsborough's underground. Characters: Captain Haley, Aria, Fae Sorceress, and other crew members. Wait, the Fae Sorceress is in there? Okay. I guess it'll figure that out. It's hard because it's deciding things, but it's not writing out the full like step-by-step plot points. And I need those. That's going to be like the individual reports for each scene. We'll have those, and then we'll validate them and make sure that they make sense. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23. So it got to 23. A chamber. Confront the source of the temporal rift while facing their darkest fears. The activation. Okay, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's validate up here. Okay, so we stopped with them being at the end of the previous scene. Right here. They were in his boat. The mechanism within the amulet rises and spins, transporting them to ethereal realm. Their first shared vision thrusts them to ethereal. They return more knowledgeable and deeply connected, ready to face the oncoming storm. Okay. Then what happens? Because I wanted them to go to ethereal. Now they're in a hidden refuge nestled. Training with the sorceress. Within the ethereal realm, a chamber pulsating with magical energies. They undergo rigorous training with Fae sorceresses, honing. So they've got to go back. The clockwork heist. The grand labyrinthine corridors of Celestial Manor. Their allies orchestrate an audacious heist to reclaim the stolen designs from the clutches of the Shadow Guild, outwitting the Guild's operatives amidst the twists and turns of the Manor's architecture. So they do all of that. Then, opulent ballroom. They navigate the extravagant celebration. Wait, why are we... I feel like we're looping here. This doesn't make sense. We can't have another ball. That's not going to work. Unless that's all that they do. Or maybe... Oh, you know what? They went back in time. They're doing the ballroom again. Okay, that's an important piece of information. Let's do that. Okay. At the end of Act 1, the Fae sorceresses help Lysandra and Orion turn back time to relive the ball and steal back the plans from the Shadow Guild. This makes more sense as a like what happens in the story. Training with a sorceress. I just want to make sure I save it because I'm making that change. Okay. How, you know what? I feel like I need to fix this inside of store. I need to fix this inside of Notion. So let me just grab this information. This is exhausting a little bit. So we have expanded list scene 1, and I'm going to put this here at the bottom just because I'm going to make changes, and then I'll take this out and put it on its own document. The reason it needs to be on its own document is to like minimize how much information we're sending. So this is going to be Act 2 scene list. So I need to put this here. And I'm going to take this out. The Fey Sorceress, Aria, agree. The Fey Sorceress, Aria, returns to Aerolith with them, keeping open a connection to a portal through the amulet. All right. Lysandra and Orion are more knowledgeable and deeply connected. With a mind link. Increasing their romance. And this is like the perfect time. Scene 10 may end up being more than one scene, I think. For sure. Okay. At the end of Act 1, the Fey Sorceress helps Lysander and them turn back to relive the ball and steal back the plans from the Shadow Guild. So, the hideout. A hidden refuge nestled. So they have to be hiding out because they can't be seen by their stuff, their own selves in this timeline. A hidden refuge. Training with the sorceresses. Within the ethereal realm, they're training. This has high romance as Lysandra struggles. And Orion is a natural because he's secretly of the ethereal realm. I gotta fix that too, because if he's going back and forth to ethereal, why can't he just stay? I'll have to figure out. I'll have to weave that in. So they're gonna go back to Celestial Manor, and they're gonna try to reclaim the stolen designs. Before the plan can before the nefarious plan can happen. Ebron is a fierce warrior, but Lysandra and Orion neutralize him. Okay. Clockwork Ballroom. Extravagant celebrations, surveilling the aristocrats and searching for clues while concealing their true intentions. Narrowly avoiding capture. Okay. Well, they need to like lose again. How are they going to lose again? Why are we infiltrating the manor again? Oh, this is all messed up. Okay. Welcome to the hazards of writing with AI. Sometimes it just can't keep logic. Sometimes you just have to be the senior writing partner. So let's go back to our original outline, the act outline, because I think what happened was we tied things up too quickly at the end of Act 1. A lot of the stuff is good, but it's not till scene Act 2. So they're going to unravel the amulets. Okay, that in a bid. So that entire Act 10 should actually be its own act of 10 scenes. Then this is Act 3. Perfect. Okay, this makes more sense. I'm so glad. So we need more stuff in ethereal. Oh, that's so cute. That's exactly what I was thinking for Uncle Cedric. I love that. And I like that he's got the mechanical monocle. That is so cool. The Tick Master. I'm going to download this one. I think it's really cool. Uncle Cedric. This was the inspiration I needed to calm my nerves. So the outline wasn't wrong. It just was going too fast. It's like missing an entire section. So let's just do this. We know we have Act 1. Boom. All the way to 10. Okay. This is actually going to be Act 3 scene list that we were working on. And this is going to be Act 3, the confrontation. I don't know why they had Act 2 listed as the confrontation and rising action. So we're going to actually change that to... Yeah, that's not going to be later. Coven. Orchestrate an audacious heist. Okay, so let's try this. I know I need this information. And then what I'm going to do, this is going to be kind of crazy. I know I've got scene 9, scene 10, the vision. So it is glowing landscapes, crucial. They squabble, but realize they both can feel the other's thoughts and emotions. And I need to say who they are. And that is Lysandra and Orion. Squabble, but realize they can both feel each other's thoughts and emotions. A delegation of 3 women. I'm trying to think, like they ride on horses to meet them. Not mechanical horses, but real horses. Ethereal is a realm of natural beauty. Okay, so that's the information. So that's what's happening there. All right, so we have that information. Why is this in here twice? Unless I was supposed to fix it. I am very lost. I think we were going to pause and like re-add these. I don't know why I have this in there twice. No wonder it's like very confused. So let me get this information here. And let me just delete all of this. Ordinary day. TikTok rhythms. They go to the airship market. They're invited. The masquerade ball. The theft. Okay, the Shadow Guild's lair. She goes. TikTok steals back the Chrono Amulet. And Lysandra barely escapes right into the arms of Orion. Okay, then they're on the airship and they realize, hey, we can do this. Confrontation with Uncle Cedric, we'll figure that out, study, and then the vision. I want this information here. Their first vision thrust them in. Okay, so now we're here. And now I need... Okay, I'm starting to kind of figure out where I am. I'm a little bit lost. So this one's correct now. Act 1, Scene 1 list. This is an Act 3 scene list. And we don't need this information. And I'll fix it. I'll just call this the Act scene list because I'm making basically a master scene list. Act 1 scene list. And we'll take out this expanded because it'll be confusing. Scene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. And then we close out Act 1 scene list. Okay, good. And what I'm missing is Act 2. So let's go ahead and fix Act 3 by closing this out. Boop. Okay, Act 3. We're going to take this out, and this is not going to be Scene 11, the hideout. So I'll have to change the numbering in just a second. So I know this is going to happen. This Scene 12 here is all going to happen in... I didn't get that. Nope, I'm not talking to you. Sorry, my phone. Their training with the sorceresses is going to actually happen up here inside of Act 2. So we'll just stick here, and we're going to put right here Act 2. Act 2 scene list. And then Act 2 scene list. Boop. I don't know what scenes it's going to be yet, but we'll get there. We'll redo the numbering in a minute. So coming back over to our original, I'm on my Notions 21, and I want the original act outline. So they're going to ally with the crew, which happens here. The clockwork heist. I don't want any of it. Like, I want this, but this is actually the ending of the story. It's just kind of yeah, we're just going to take all of this out. It'll be fine. We'll get some good stuff. I'm not going to worry about it. Let me try this. I'm going to take that out too. Okay, so our original Act 1 scene list was messed up. It duplicated the scenes, and that is why I think I kept getting garbage where it just jumped all over the place. It's really important that you have to double check your pieces. So we have an Act 1 scene list right here, and this is currently 840 words. So we'll put 840. And then we have an act outline, Act 2. So I'm actually going to put this Act 1. And then we'll put Act 2. Close that out. Act 2. All right. And then this is Act 3. I'll check the chat in just a second if anyone has any questions what I'm doing. It's just a hot mess, and it was my fault. I was going too fast. I thought I could be clever. Turns out, no. Act 4. I still do like doing this better than doing it all by hand. I like doing it assisted. It just makes me feel like I'm not alone. It makes me feel like even though this is hard work, and it is to brainstorm everything, and to make sure it's not just brainstorming, it's making sure the puzzle pieces fit. It's going, oh, she was invited to the ball because they wanted to raid her workshop, or figuring out like this is all out of order. You can see that the AI is not able to really go like this is all out of order, this is a mess. It's not going to tell you that unless you specifically ask that in a prompt. So I now have my acts divided because I'm going to want them to turn each one into a full scene list. So I'm going to actually clear out everything. Boop, we're all clear. We're just going to start over. I've changed my Notion slots, so I need to reload my Notion slots. So they're all reloaded. And make sure I've got it. So additional characters, the outline, and the act scene list. Okay. So let's go ahead and make this prompt. And let's do it over here on the Preptober in a day, because I keep having to redo this. Okay, so I need to think here. Okay. Your job is to expand an outline of acts in a steampunk novel, steampunk time travel novel, into a list of specific scenes for each act. Okay? This is the outline you must expand, one act at a time. And that is going to be my N, coming back to my N slots. That is going to be my N5. Okay. So that's going to be N5. N5. And it knows that it's that 5-act outline. Here is an example expansion of Act 1 into an Act 1 scene list. And then that's going to be my N6, if memory serves me right, but I'll check. Always check. Yep, Act 1 scene list. And there I actually used the number. Boop. Okay. Here is an expansion of Act 1 into a scene list. Please use any of the following supplementary information to expand Act 2 into a scene list. And now here's where I can have N1, N2, and N3. Get rid of the pipe. Do I need that? It's 1, story world, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Expand Act 2, and I'm going to grab it. So I'm going to come to the act line and I'm going to grab this. And paste it in. Act 2. Into a detailed scene list, starting with scene 11. Okay, that's going to be my prompt. So I'm going to copy this here, bring it into WordBanger, cleared it all out, and this is going to be bang 1. And as for my AI, open 16K, all good, update, and let's go ahead and bang. Let's see what it understands. What did I do wrong here? Unmatched and format spec. Okay. Oh, right here, my N6. Oopsies. And then down here, they're all good. Okay. Copy to the library and come back to WordBanger. All right. Everything's good. Let's try it again. There we go. Oh, we've got it. Scene 11, the mind link. Ethereal forest. I like it. Hidden Grove. It's picking it up. Meeting Queen Andromeda. The regal figure. Wisdom. Connection to the chrono amulet is key to restoring the balance. All right. Scene 14. They're training in ethereal. So they train. They step through the veil that separates them, welcomes them. They're wanted outlaws. They're hiding in the Undercity, the Clockwork Resistance, the Timeless Fae Covenant, Unearthing Prophecies, One Vision of Chaos. Oh my goodness. What happened before that? Okay. Hiding in the Undercity. They grow closer. Okay, I like that. They're wanted outlaws. So they're going to do all of this. And then they meet with the Coven of Fae Sorceresses. They venture into the ancient archives within the hidden vaults. Ultimate plan, revealing the dire consequences. Okay, so I like this. So we have this information. So we have end of Act 2. And now I should be able to go all the same information here, but come to the bottom here. And I'm going to cut this part off. Right here. Oopsies. What did I do wrong? Let me make sure. Yeah, I didn't paste it there. Okay, so I'm going to paste it here. But I'm going to change this part of the prompt now for Act 2. I need it to expand Act 3. And I'll go get that information. But yeah, they did all that stuff. So audacious heist, which they haven't done yet. I'm actually going to do Act 3, Act 4, and Act 5. I'm going to tell it to do all of them because I think it can. Because this information is 1039. And we're not going to have that many. expand to Act 3. Yeah, we'll do Act 4 and Act 5 together then. Into a detailed scene list, starting with scene 23. All right, so let's bang. So basically I just changed the prompt so that now it's the information about Act 3. And then I'll do the exact same thing for this. So let's bang. Act 3 scene list, scene 23, infiltrating the Kronos Spire. So they're doing the heist. Shift and warp. Crumbling realities. His banishment. The siege begins. Okay, Clockwork Sentinels. The love confession. Okay, wait, what happened? It's got me. I'm like, I'm here for this. Okay, the siege, they're doing that. They're fighting head on. The clash between the clockwork automatons. In the chaos, they steal a fleeting moment. They find themselves in a hidden garden. I don't know that that's going to be in the midst of the chaos. I think that they might get stuck or something. Heart of Celestial Manor. Chambers adorned. Ensues. Critical point. One chance. Reach the end. He sacrifices himself. Oh, man. Okay, I think we can jump right. That is like Act 4. I think that's also Act 4. It did it. Yeah, he sacrificed himself with Act 4. All right. So now I'm going to do right here. Please finish the above scene list outline. Two to three scenes. Starting with scene 34. There we go. And we just need that last little bit there. Act 4 scene list, mourning the loss. Containing Orion's hair. Okay. No baby. We'll just leave the baby out. I like it. I think it's good. She doesn't need to have a kid. So I think that this is it. This is a good story. We've got 35 scenes. It's consistent. I'll need to reread these. And then what I'll probably do is I will run the reports in advance. And then I will, so I can wrap this up. And I'll show how to run like one of those reports and then just say like I ran those reports for all these and I made sure these all work so that we can just run the book on November 1st. So that'll be my work that I do over the weekend. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add all of this information here. Boop. Act 2 scene list, because this is the act scenes list. And we have scene 11. And this is now 3,093 words. Alrighty. Let me go back to check the fonts, the things. Okay. Your Act 1 and Act 2 scene lists are better than the overall act outline. Don't follow it, but it's better. It's like pantsing. What do I do? Keep it going. So if you do get better results, just go back and change the other one. You can always, remember, nothing is set in stone. You can always go back and change it. I did the same thing. I was like, oh no, this is a mess. And I fixed it. So if you identify that something is a better story, go back and fix it. It's not sacrosanct just because the AI generated it, okay? The AI is literally just clay. Your responsibility is turning it into like this magnificent piece of art. Yeah. So I did the same thing. I was like, okay, we're going to have time travel. I originally had a baby in there. It did not have a baby. It's better. I think it's better for Lysandra to stand on her own as a character. And she doesn't necessarily need to have a kid. I do kind of want Orion's legacy to continue. I'll probably figure out something. What I think might happen is in the Chrono thing, he got accepted back into Ethereal, and maybe that's going to be the last scene. But I won't know that until I write this book. But I want there to be some kind of resolution for them, you know? I would love, like, she's doing her duty and everything like that, and then the little amulet, rums, and it's Orion saying, like, I need your help in Ethereal. Ethereal is now under attack. So yes, do not be afraid to throw out AI words. There's so many to wade through. Amen. Amen. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking by this project and watching it. I'm really excited for Wednesday. I don't want to wait till Wednesday. I want to sit there and like run it and see if we can't get it to just coherently run some scenes and everything like that. So this is very exciting for me. I think that this is going to be a very fun project to do. This weekend, I need to do a lot of other work. I've got 3 novellas to write this way, so at least I'll keep myself occupied with that. All right. Any other questions before I go ahead and end this stream? You don't have to prepare anything for Wednesday, Mania. I am going to be writing the novel, so you guys will have the link to read over the materials and stuff, and I'll start making those scene reports and everything like that. If you want to know how to make a scene report, just watch any of my previous stuff where I'm like, here's all the information, make a plan to write scene 1 with the information, and it'll actually like do all the beats and stuff. And then I'm like, now write scene 1. Oh, you want to write the novel as well? Okay, that's totally okay. That's great. So yeah, you can join on November 1st. The idea is just to have all of your elements ready to go. So, all right, everyone, have a great day. And I will catch you guys in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Future Fiction Academy, we'd love to have you join. Enrollment is open. We actually had a new student just join yesterday. So we're a small but mighty group. And I like keeping it small because there's really a lot of like hands-on attention. If somebody is lost with AI or whatever, we're small enough that you get immediate help pretty much on anything that you need. So I do think that this is the future, though. I mean, in one afternoon, literally 2 sessions, I have come up with an entire story world and an entire outline that's very detailed for these scenes. If I was to take a break and come back, I would probably have 20 or 30,000 words generated. That's decent rough draft before the end of the evening. I'm not doing that. I've got other projects to work on this weekend, but we are going to be doing that November 1st. So November 1st, 7 a.m. Eastern, show up, bring your coffee because I'm going to need coffee. Just send the extra coffee this way. We are going to generate these scenes and we're going to be reading them and watching them live so that way we can see how fast, if the AI is given the good information, how many button clicks does it take to get a novel? That's our Nano project. All right, everyone. Have a fantastic, wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Take care.